你好，我是澳洲 Henry。我今天想给大家拍一个视频，讲一下冠状病毒对我们的影响。其实冠状病毒带来的影响绝对不仅仅是经济上面，或者只是生活上面，或者只是对于我们的工作有一些影响。很多人都会担心这个冠状病毒会不会对我们华人在西方国家的社会地位有进一步影响。你看前几天这个特朗普就在说，这冠状病毒把它说成是中国病毒。当然，特朗普他是脑残，但这个会不会代表着西方人的一个普遍的一个价值观？大家可以看到，平时这个海滩人是非常非常多的，无论是什么时候，现在这个海滩的人很少，除了零星的一些出来跑步的人，几乎没有人了。我今天邀请了我的一个好朋友靠，因为他的工作的原因，他接触了很多的中国人，也接触了很多的澳洲人。我今天问一下他，究竟他觉得我们华人有没有受到歧视？这只是代表我和他的观点，不能代表这边的普遍价值观。我希望能给大家带来一些启发。在我开始我们的视频之前，我给你简单的介绍一下，我关注呢，帮助每一个人提高自己的个人品牌，用分享的方式帮助你获得自己的客户，获得更多的流量，获得更多的人的关注，让你的工作时间不断的降低。如果你喜欢我发布的内容，请你订阅我的频道，或者点击那个小铃铛按钮。OK， 我现在跟靠坐在一起，我待会儿会问他很多问题我为什么今天会邀请他来参加这个视频的拍摄呢？是因为我上个星期出去吃了一顿饭，整个一桌只有我一个人是华人，然后大家聊天的时候就不自然的会聊到这个冠状病毒。很多人就在飘忽着用眼神看我，我明白他们什么意思也有可能是我多想了。最后我就坦开来，我问大家，我说你们觉得华人究竟是哪些行为可能让你们对中国或者对华人有一个异样的看法？然后我觉得靠说的观点非常非常的好所以我希望让他来分享一下。靠呢，他本身他是做这个中澳之间的一些商业的，他帮助澳洲的企业家在中国找到资源，同时帮到一些中国在澳洲的留学生在澳洲的一些企业去找工作。我最后会把他的联系方式留下来，他是一个非常热心的人。
That's a very good question, Henry, and I have been asked that before. The answer is definitely incorrect. And when we say Westerners, I'm talking about the average Australian with European or with British background. It's incorrect because the Chinese community have been in Melbourne for 200 years. They came here 15 years after the first British arrived here. So the Chinese community have been part of Melbourne and are part of Melbourne. And no, in principle, Australians have got no ill feelings or bad feelings about Chinese culture or their people. Okay, I'd like to put it in a different way. Most cultures and countries seem to feel uncomfortable about successful nations. And I'll give you an example. You know, the Jewish culture is not popular around the world because it's a very successful and old culture. The Chinese culture and the Chinese people is one of the oldest in history and most successful in history, and a lot of nations and cultures are jealous and feel uncomfortable or dislike them because of their success. It's not just because they're Chinese. First of all, I also want to clarify that Aussies, and I mean the Australians with British cultural background, they seem to have a tendency of being ignorant or feeling uncomfortable with anyone who's not the same cultural background. So it doesn't matter whether you're from China or from India or from the Arabic countries, there is always a certain percentage of people who feel uncomfortable with anyone who's not their own background. And you will find the same with Chinese people. So I think it's more human nature rather than a country not liking another country.
我那时候跟靠聊的时候，他告诉我，他说西方国家的担心其实是因为现在尤其是中国为主体的这个华人世界这个经济实力很强，就好像你在一个房间里面突然看到一个身高2米的人走近你，你会很紧张，所以你会不自然的去反击，所以很多的时候是因为我们的经济强大所引起的。
Chinese people, I find, are too sensitive, worrying about whether somebody likes them or not because of face. Australian people don't care. So for example, Australian people, or part of the typical Australian culture, is that we say what we think and we just say it straight down the line. Now to many Chinese, that feels uncomfortable and they may feel that they're not liked, but it's incorrect. It's just the way we talk and the way we behave. So we say things what we think, we don't care about face, but that's not Chinese culture. Chinese worry about it and then they take it personal.
靠刚才回答的这个问题，非常棒啊！其实因为我女儿在学校上学啊，他们班上大概有1/3的学生是华人，然后我跟一个鬼佬的家长关系比较好啊。这个鬼佬家长他非常热心，他经常搞这种父母的聚会，他给2个小孩的这个班级都搞过好几次聚会，只要是不是关于小孩的，他说几乎没有华人父母出现，所以就有的时候在西方社会，并不是我们不受待见，或者说我们受到歧视，而是很多华人他不愿意跟西方国家的世界去真正的打交道，去了解这边的文化。
Yes, a very big difference. And it's relating to what I said before. My wife, like all good Chinese, make very emotional reactions and emotional decisions. Most Westerners make practical decisions, and it's a big difference. Therefore, the Chinese community, they do panic buying and they're concerned and they worry about things more than what they need to. Most Westerners, we are very practical and we're looking at the statistics. And I keep reminding my wife, it's a simple fact. There are more people dying in Australia every year from influenza, from a normal cold. There are more people dying in Australia from car accidents than people dying from coronavirus. It's just emotional, and there's a bigger risk in people worrying and getting sick than actually getting sick. The number of cases in Australia per population is very small. Even if it increases, it's a safe country. But when I see the social media, it is shocking. So there are so many people worrying themselves sick. If they stop worrying, do their normal thing, it's not going to be bad. I certainly, I'm happy to assist any graduate who's looking for employment opportunities, even if they just need some help about local culture, some training and coaching. I'm certainly here. We've done it for 7 years and I'd love to assist anyone who needs the help. But I'm also very keen to help Chinese companies who want to establish business here or want to continue building their business. We do, because it is a business, we do charge a success fee for graduates when we find them employment, but we don't charge any fees up front. We don't charge anything extra. We only charge a success fee if we're successful in finding employment, which is $2,500 if it's paid part-time position or $3,500 if it's a paid full-time position. The only social media I use is WeChat, so please contact me on WeChat. I'm always there and I'm always available on WeChat.
感谢靠，我会把靠的联系方式放在我们下面的评论区里面。如果你喜欢我的视频，请你点击订阅或者点击小铃铛按钮，这样你就不会错过我们以后的视频了。我关注帮助你们怎么样提高自己的个人品牌，怎么样用自己的分享获得流量、获得收入、获得更多的时间。我是澳洲Henry，我们下次见，拜拜。